In my last 3 magic videos that I put onto YouTube, I did performances that were specifically designed for 3 different wallets that I use in my performances. The first one is the Hip Pocket Bombshell Wallet, then there's the Hip Pocket Mullica Wallet, and finally the TCC Edge Wallet. Now they all have different features, different qualities that I'm going to go through in this video, which is going to be a comparison between each of the 3 of these wallets in terms of 6 different categories. Firstly, whether they're good for your everyday carry. Then, how much prep time you need to go in between tables if you're using these as a worker. How much time do you need to be able to use them before your performance. Then there's whether you can perform surrounded or not, and what angles you have to be wary of. Of course, there's the routining that I can show you with the routines that I did with them, but there are different ways of using these wallets that affects the routines that you might be able to perform. So there's a little section on routining with them. There's the looks of them, because they are different sizes, different types of designs, which can work best in some situations and not work so well in other situations. And then finally, additional features, because not all of these wallets have additional features, but that there are 2 of them that you can do other things with, as well as card to wallet, that I will be going a little bit more into detail with as well. Now these are all budget wallets, so I'm not going to go over costs and prices with you, the cheapest being the Edge wallet, which of course there is now the updated version of, called the Into wallet, and I'll mention a few things about that as well. But if you're interested in that comparison, then keep on watching. If you want to have a look at those routines, go and check the links below, but look at this video first, because you might find that you're interested in a particular one of these that you want to have a look at the routine for. But in the meantime, let's just have a look at how good these are for your everyday carry. The Hip Pocket Bombshell Wallet has been my everyday carry for several years now, so I'm obviously going to be advocating for this as something that you can use for your everyday carry. It just looks like something that you would buy as a wallet from any shop. It's better than that because it's slimline, and some of the things that you can buy have bulky insides. This carries so much. You've got space for your cards there, you've got enough space for all your cards, and I carry my personal bank card, my business bank card, my driving license, various store cards, and my national insurance card. It all goes inside this wallet. It's got the bifold section, which is really functional for your notes, and other things as well. I'll be letting you know about that when I talk about the extra functionalities and the extra features in these wallets, but it just looks great. The only thing that makes it not look like a real wallet is when you open it up and it's got this section in here, and it's got this popper rather than a zip compartment, and that is where your card to wallet is found. You can open it, your spectator can take that out, and when you open it, it's really nice because you've got this window section here. They can immediately see a card in there, and that's the moment that it clicks, is that my card? They take it out and they see that it is. It's a really, really nice moment. As an everyday carry, this is hands down my favourite. As opposed to the Hip Pocket Mullica Wallet, which is, it's got enough space. It's got the functionality of a wallet. It's got the space. It's not got a bifold. I like bifold, but it does have this section here where you can keep notes. UK currency, that fits fine inside that section. If you're using dollar bills or anything of the size of dollar bills, there is an overhang, so you have to kind of fold them a little bit to put them in so that they don't hang over the end or stick out of the wallet when you use. So whether you consider that as good functionality or not, but I wouldn't use this as my everyday carry anyway. So everything that's in here are old cards, old store card. There's not anything in here that really has any function that I would use at the moment, because it's only made to look like I use it as an everyday carry wallet. This is too big, it's too bulky, it fits in your pocket, but I think that's really the only thing. You can't fit anything else in your pocket once you've got this in there. And there have been times when I've had this in my front pocket. I wouldn't use it in my back pocket because it sticks out too much in my front pocket, but then I've been scared of putting anything else in my pocket in case I damage this. You can get this in real leather, or you can get this in faux leather, both good quality materials, but I don't want to get this damaged because I use this in more formal occasions. So this is something I would take out of a breast pocket and bring out, and it would only be for those occasions where I have that breast pocket to bring it out of. And it is a more formal style. It doesn't have all the scratches and creases. It doesn't have all the things that when I open my wallet, that it has all my information that people can easily have access to, but not for an everyday carry. The TCC Edge Wallet, just not my style really. I know there are people out there who think that it does look good, but who would use a wallet like this? And maybe people who don't carry cash around with them and use their phone, or just use their card to chip and pin, to tap and pay for items. The zip compartment here is not functional to use for anything practical. It's purely for your card to wallet. It has a very few spaces for cards. There's just 2 spaces for cards here. It's got this thumb piece here, which is very good, and it's very good for holding business cards. That's what I've got in there at the moment. And you've got another one here for ID, and you can see there that I've got a folded piece of paper to separate some packet tricks that I hold in here, because this for me is not a wallet for everyday use as a wallet. This is a magician's everyday use for carrying business cards and packet tricks, and for that this is perfect. That being said, I don't tend to carry 2 wallets at the same time because that takes up too much pocket space, and I need to manage my pocket space a little bit better than that. So I have to choose what I'm doing and where I'm going. If I'm going to a place where I want to hand out my business cards, then I might take this with me. If I'm going to a place where I don't want to put that out on the table and have people open it and have the risk of people mooching inside, then I will take that with me instead. And as I'll explain later on, it's a great card to wallet. Less formal occasions than this maybe, but there are some drawbacks to this one as well that I will be explaining. But that is my assessment of everyday carry. Yes, no, yes but limited, and not as your normal wallet. The next thing that I'll be going over is the looks of each of these. So I suppose it's part of the whether you'd use them for everyday carry are the actual sizes and how they look to spectators. Now, again, this is my everyday carry, I've already said that. It looks like a normal wallet. It's really, really thin. This is 11 centimeters this way by 9 centimeters this way. I think I've got a photo to show you that. So it's 11 by 9, and it's ultra thin. Looks again like a real wallet, except it's got the, well, it's being used, looks like a well-worn everyday wallet. The Hip Pocket Mullica Wallet is much larger. Let's compare the sizes there. You can see that there's not a great deal of difference this way when you hold that way, but look how much gap there is there, because the Hip Pocket Mullica Wallet is 15.5 centimeters by 10 centimeters. 4.3 inches by 3.5 inches if you want to use other measurements. Approximately 6 by 4 inches for the Hip Pocket Mullica Wallet. But it does look very, very nice. I've said a few times that it's got an executive feel. It can be used for formal situations. It looks great. It's just huge, especially when you put stuff in it. The TCC Edge Wallet, let's place that, I don't know which way to place it against, is its width is thinner. You can see that there's like a half a centimetre that's poking off the end there. That is 8.5 centimetres, whereas this is 9 centimetres. So it is half a centimetre different. And then I turn it round, you can see that the height, that is a centimetre different. That's, in fact, that is 13 centimetres, well that's 11 centimetres, so that apparently is 2 centimetres different. Doesn't quite look like it is 2 centimetres, and maybe it is. But the height is larger, the width is less. I actually think that the Hip Pocket Bombshell Wallet is smaller than this, and they're both slimline, they're both very, very thin. Let's take a... But again, there's not a great deal of difference there. This is supposed to be an ultra-thin wallet to hold your, well, to hold whatever you want it to hold. But there's barely anything in there, and there's loads in there. So again, the Hip Pocket Bombshell Wallet wins hands down on size anyway. In terms of looks, I've got to say, you know, it does look very nice. Whoever has designed this has put a lot of thought into how this looks, and it does look very, very nice. There's an updated version of this called the Into Wallet that also looks very, very nice, but it's got lots and lots of pockets on the front and on the back, and I don't like that. I mean, the saving grace of this, if you've got cards in there, this comes over the top, and you have to unclip it at least to be able to take your cards out. With the Into Wallet, it's not like that, it's just everything on show. And again, personal preference, that's just not for me. I like things hidden away. I like to have a wallet that you need to open to get things out. Anyway, that's the looks. This one, it's just one piece of leather. It's got that formal executive feel. There you go. That's looks. The next one I will talk about is prep time. How long do you need in between tables to make sure that you are prepped to perform your routine with each of these wallets? The Hip Pocket Bombshell Wallet, all you need to do is put something in the wallet before you move on to perform your routine, and once that's in there, you're ready to go. You can do it in seconds, you can do it on the move. It really does take 10 seconds and you're done. If you want to go further, you can do a little bit of extra preparation with the deck, and it gives you an extra convincer for the routine that you do. Now, one of the really, really good things about this is that you can show the wallet empty. You show the wallet empty before the card to wallet happens, and that is, again, I'll be going through this in the routining section. That's something that you do as a part of your routine earlier. You do a different trick. I use pocket space, and the spectator puts cards back into your wallet, and as they put cards back into your wallet, they can see that there's nothing there that's suspicious, and then you challenge your spectator to notice when you make the switch from their card from the deck to go into the wallet. It's very, very neat, but if you want the extra convincer, there's another 10-20 seconds of something that you can do with your deck as well as with your wallet to prepare. And that's it. Both can be done very, very quickly on the move. You're looking at less than a minute. You're looking at, it could be 20 seconds once you know what you're doing, once you're really, really quick with it, and your prep for this is done. The Hip Pocket Mullica Wallet. Again, there is a little bit of prep. I use this envelope, and inside the envelope is my business card, and it says your card on it, and I use that because I can then give out my card as a souvenir, and also they can have my details. And all you do with your preparation is put that into the envelope, put that into the wallet, and your prep is done. Again, really quick, really, really easy. This is a brilliant wallet to use for walk around. You don't have to use the envelope. There are other things that you can use. There's a card that has all the cards, all the pictures of all the cards from the deck on it, and that you can do something different where you can say, wouldn't it be amazing if your card was on this card here, and then you hand it out and they can say it's a bit of a gag that their card is amongst all of the other cards in the deck on that. And so all you'd have to do is take that card and put that in, and when you open up that envelope, well, you don't even use the envelope, when you open up the wallet, they see a card there, they think that's their card, and then you go on to taking the inner wallet out, and you have that extra gag in there. In that respect, they work in a similar way. The TCC Edge Wallet, it depends which method you're using. There are two methods to use with the TCC Edge Wallet. There's a palming method and there's a no palming method. The palming method, you can do it straight into the insert there, but if you're doing the palming method, then you might as well use either the envelopes that you are given or the sleeve that you're given as well. The only problem with these is that there's something extra that you have to use with these, with this and the envelopes, that when you're putting these in and the extra bit in as well, that can be a bit fiddly, and if you don't check what you see, I've got that in wrong, just sliding it in there, I've got that wrong, so I've got to watch what I'm doing, and when I've got the extra bit as well, it can be a little bit fiddly. And if you don't get it right, because it's fiddly, then your card might not end up inside the envelope, or it might not end up inside the sleeve. And that is jarring when you're doing that in performance, because you open up the zip and it's not ended up in there. You have to pretend that it wasn't meant to, and you just take their card out of the zip compartment. Still a good trick, but not the trick that you wanted to perform. So to get it right, you do need a little bit of fiddling about. You've got to take a little bit of time to make sure that it goes into the right space. See, now I've done it, but you can see that it takes a little bit of fiddling about. If I had the extra bit, that would take even more fiddling about. The non-palming method needs no preparation whatsoever. However, the non-palming method, you can't use the envelopes and you can't use the sleeve. That just goes straight into the zip compartment and you just take it out as such. Now, I use both the palming method and the non-palming method in the routine that I use with the TCC Edge Wallet. The Into wallet has the same functionality. You can do both the palming and the non-palming, and I imagine the fiddliness works the same with the Into wallet as well. If I'm wrong, then please comment below, but there is some prep. Can be a little bit fiddly unless you do the non-palming method, which doesn't involve the envelope or the little tiny wallet that goes inside there. I can't do it without looking. I can't do it in the right place without looking. And then with the extra bit, it's even more fiddly. So more difficult to do on the move from one table to the other. I've not done it in... normally when I've used this, I've had a lot of time between using it once and using it again. So there you have it. There are the prep times with each of these. Now let's have a look at angles. So, can you perform with each of these wallets surrounded? The answer for the Hip Pocket Bombshell Wallet is absolutely. You can have people all around you, you can have people watching from above you, you can have people watching from below. Doesn't matter if they're 10 foot tall, doesn't matter if they're 3 foot tall, doesn't matter if they're hovering over your shoulder, you don't have to worry about where your spectators are. This thing and the method with this is angle proof. Totally angle proof, nothing to worry about. The Hip Pocket Mullica Wallet, I guess you can perform surrounded. What you've got to be careful of is for those people or those children whose eyes are lower down. And if you don't spot that they are lower down, they are going to notice something that you do underneath that wallet when you're doing that trick. So if there are children, if your audience is seated at a table and you're and you're above them, you've got to bring that wallet below their eye level. And that's fine, there's no problem. It's just a matter of sometimes you might get a child who joins the table and you don't notice they're there and you're performing to others, and then suddenly they're going to go, oh, I can see what you've done there. So you've just got to watch for those who are underneath, whose eye level is underneath the wallet. But that, as far as the Hip Pocket Mullica Wallet goes, is it. Surrounded, yes. The TCC Edge Wallet, the palming method, you can perform surrounded as long as you are good controlling it. You do it with your body against the back of it. All you're doing is a turn and you're done. You're holding the deck of cards, you do a turn and you're done. Can people catch you out? If they're really, really looking and if they know what to look for, then maybe, but that's the same with many other tricks. Now the palming method with this, I wouldn't perform surrounded. If you imagine my arms going out in this direction, that is the line where I want my audience. I've already mentioned that this thing is a little bit fiddly to load the sleeve and the thing that goes with the sleeve. If you're familiar with Card to Wallet and you do it in your back pocket with palming methods, it's very, very similar. There is that thing that sticks out at the top. Now you can wear something baggy over that so people don't see it. You can cover the card with the palm of your hand as you're loading, but it's just as fiddly sometimes getting that card in as it is getting that sleeve in there as well. And to make sure that you hit things in the right place, you might just have to fiddle around with it a little bit. Now, if you're doing that with people in front of you, it just looks as if you've got something tight in your pocket that you're trying to get at. But if you're doing that with people behind you, they can see that that's not the case, and it does, and I can imagine it will arouse suspicion. I've always steered away from being surrounded while using this. If I'm at a bar, I will have my back to the bar. I will always make sure that my back's to a wall, to something, so that I've got a reason to not work surrounded with this. But again, because it's quite fiddly, I wouldn't use this one surrounded. It works really, really well with an audience that are that way using the palming method. If there is an audience all around you, you can very, very easily just change what you're doing to do the non-palming method. Otherwise, limitations. And it's just a matter where you place yourselves. At a walk around situation when you're going from table to table, and there might be people who are looking from another table at what you're doing, they could notice what you're doing, because again, it can be a little bit fiddly. The Into wallet, which is the newer version of this, might have resolved that issue. Again, if they have, please let me know in the comments below, because I might be interested in getting it if that's the case. But again, a little bit fiddly on that. That's the TCC Edge Wallet. Now for the routining, and I'm going to talk a little bit about the functionality of the Card to Wallet in this section. This is where the Hip Pocket Bombshell Wallet doesn't work as well, some might say, as compared to the other two. And the reason for that is the Hip Pocket Bombshell Wallet has a load unlike any other Card to Wallet that's out there. You have to be okay with the extra bit of routining that you need to load this in quite a gutsy way in front of your spectator. And if you're not okay with that, then maybe this wallet, even though it's so good in every other area, might not be the one for you, because there's no other way of loading this wallet. And that's why I mentioned before about the convincers of the showing the wallet empty and making opportunity in your routine to open your wallet and have a reason to show it empty. I wouldn't just go, oh, look, it's empty, because then you're bringing attention to areas where you don't want people to be scrutinizing you through the routine. But have a way to show it empty in a natural way, by getting them to put something in, or by taking something out and leaving it out, but then you make a point of opening it wide so that you can see there's nothing in there. And the extra bit of preparation with your deck, which I'm not going to reveal what it is. It's not something that's in the instructions, it's something that I've just started to do after using this so many times myself. But it adds that extra convincer so that when you do load it in front of them, there is absolutely no suspicion on what's going on. But the way that this is meant to be loaded is you have the deck with their card in it, you have the wallet out on the table, and you challenge your spectators to notice when you transfer their card from the deck to the wallet. And often what you do is you open that up and you say, right, I'm going to bet you all of my money. And in that taking your money out, you're then showing the wallet empty. And in my routine I did it differently. I used the pocket space because this is so good for using pocket space and Colossal Killer that it'd be ridiculous not to use that as your convincer in the first place, and not to use that as a part of your routine with this wallet. But you can just say, I'm going to bet you £20, and as you do that, you show that your wallet's empty in every other sense. That I can get your card from the deck into my wallet. And then there's a little bit extra that you do as a part of your routine that helps get your wallet, that card into your wallet in front of them, and then you make your reveal inside there. It works absolutely perfectly if you like that way of doing your routine. Again, from what I've said here, you might actually catch on to what I'm doing if you go and look at that video, and you might then catch on to the method. But that's as far as I'm going to go with that. It's either for you or not for you. It's great in every respect as long as you're okay with the way you load that wallet. The Hip Pocket Mullica Wallet, it's really, really easy to do. It's quite easy to load. If you're doing ambitious card routine and you want something for that card at the end to go into, then you couldn't go wrong at all with a Hip Pocket Mullica Wallet. The card to wallet inside a wallet, that idea of nesting wallets is just brilliant. It means that you don't have to keep on getting envelopes or making your own envelopes. You can't do card to envelope in here anyway, but it just works so well that the nesting wallets. You could also do a card to pocket routine like I did with this, but I think this is more suited to that ambitious card, or just pick a card lost in the deck. Oh look, I'm going to find it in my wallet. Traditional card to wallet without palming, the Hip Pocket Mullica Wallet is great. The TCC Edge Wallet, again, you can use it for your ambitious card. You can use it for, like I did in the routine that I was doing with it, for card to pocket. And I really like the idea of using this for card to pocket. And you can also just do the same thing. Pick a card, any card. Oh well, I'm not going to find it in the deck. What would be the chances that, and you reach into your pocket, that this would be inside here? You can either bring out an envelope, you can bring out that sleeve, card to envelope, card to sleeve, no palming, card just inside the zipper. It's very, very versatile. That's one of the brilliant things about this, is its versatility. I would say that the envelopes are a different size to the normal envelopes that you might be used to. They are slightly smaller. I believe you can get them directly from TCC, but you can also make them yourself. But I've never been bothered with that. Once I use the envelopes, I've never been bothered to get any more, and I just use that. Again, it increases the prep time. There'll be a lot of people who would use it and prefer it, because the effect is amazing when you get that sealed envelope that you bring out and the spectators' cards inside. Maybe I just don't use that wallet often enough, because that is my main card to wallet. Maybe I would if I used this more as my main card to wallet. But the envelopes might be a little bit difficult to get hold of than your ordinary envelopes. So I quite like it. You bring it out and they can see their card inside. You have it upside down and then they bring it out. So it works quite well. I like the idea of doing the card to pocket, because you bring the card out from your pocket, and that's one of the selected cards. You get a few people to choose a card. One of them you bring out your pocket, another one you can bring out of your pocket, and then you go, oh well, it's not in my pocket. The only thing in my pocket is my wallet, and I wonder, and then you bring that out, and then you bring that out, and it's, there's a card inside, and we bring that card out, and it's their signed card. And then I wouldn't normally do both palming method and non-palming method in the same routine. I did that in the routine for YouTube just because I wanted to show off that you could do both those methods. But so I'd reveal one, oh, it's not in my pocket, okay, I'd bring my wallet out, oh, I wonder, bring out that sleeve, there's a card in there, and it'd be better if that was the second one to be revealed, but I can't, well, I suppose that you can, but then you'd see that in there. And then you go, there's one more to pick, can't find it, oh, I wonder if it's appeared in here as well, and then you open the zipper and there it is. It would be great if I could open the zipper and pull one out and then pull that out as my finale, but that will be seen in the... I suppose you could. I've never really tried. Maybe if you try it, let me know how well that goes. But that is the routining with each of those. And I suppose for versatility, the TCC Edge Wallet wins on that. For traditional card to wallet without palming, then you've got the Mullica, and you have to be okay with the way to load this in front of your spectators if you are to use this Hip Pocket Bombshell Wallet. In terms of extra functionality, the Hip Pocket Bombshell Wallet has a multiple outs feature that I haven't seen in many other wallets that are out there. Not in the same way anyway. And it allows you to have your multiple outs as well as then being able to show your wallet empty, which is a really, really nice feature. It means that I can put pocket space in, I can put Colossal Killer in, I can perform those routines, and when I bring out that prediction, or when they've mentioned their card and I bring out one card and I say, what was your card, and then it's the same card, then it's believable because there's no way that I can get loads of cards in there. When I say I'm just picking out one card and this is your card, then they can see that there's nothing else in there. They can't just imagine with wallets that are that big that, well, you've got every other card in the deck in there, why is that any good? It's fantastic for that reason, and then to follow it up with a card to wallet is even better, and that's the routine that I did in the video that I uploaded about a month ago. If you want to have a look at that, check out the link in the description below. It works really, really well. The Hip Pocket Mullica Wallet, I wouldn't say this has much functionality apart from card to wallet at all. I mean, it's no palming, which is great. It works really, really well. You could put packet tricks in here, I suppose, but the more you put in, the bulkier it gets, and that to me makes it less functional. Card to wallet, traditional style, no palming, that's about it with the Mullica wallet. Oh, by the way, this doesn't have any peaks. Neither of these have any peaks. So if it's peaks that you want, then, and you know you're after a jack of all trades, Swiss Army knife of wallets, definitely not. No peaks. It does have the multiple outs, but it doesn't have any peaks. So maybe that wouldn't be for you if a peak wallet is something that you want. But the TCC Edge Wallet does have two different peak methods. I don't use peaks, so I can't really review how well they work. But there are peak methods included in the TCC Edge Wallet, and if you're interested in learning more about that, there are other reviews out there that you might want to look at if this has piqued, pun intended, your interest. You might get an idea of what those peaks are from others. There's one peak that's quite unique with this one, and again, I try and use it. I'm not practiced using it, so I couldn't really tell you how good that is. But if you want something that is versatile as a card to wallet, that has peak methods included in it, that is good for holding packet tricks and your business cards, then this might be the style for you. Again, there is a new version of this that TCC has had out for over a year called the Into Wallet. It's a little bit different design, but it has the same functionality, and it also has the peaks as well, so you might want to look into that one too. So, extra functionality, it has the multiple outs, no extras at all, and this one has the peaks. So we finally move on to the conclusion. My outright favourite from all of these wallets is, of course, the Hip Pocket Bombshell Wallet. That's why it's been my everyday carry for several years, why it's so worn. It's still as good as it used to be. The more aged it gets, the better I think it looks, and it does everything that I want. I don't need the peak. I like the multiple outs. I like that I can carry so much in it that it stays really, really thin. I've said this a few times now. This is a great wallet. I really do wish that this was just that size. If this was just that size and then looked a little bit like that as well, let's just take a look at the note. I could still fit notes inside, and that's bigger than a card. I'm sure they could have another wallet in there that would be just a little bit bigger than card size. That would work. Then this would be perfect. This would be great for card to wallet, but it's made a little bit too big for my liking and doesn't therefore get as much use as I would like to be able to, because I love the method. I love the method with this, and it's such a great design. It just not functional because it's too big, and with stuff inside it that just gets far too bulky. It's not really a hip pocket wallet. If you're wanting something that's more of a hip pocket, then you want this, unless you don't like the method or you want a peak. If you want a peak and something that's versatile, then there is the TCC Edge or the TCC Into wallet. Now, if anything that I've said against this, and part of that is the fiddly nature of loading and prepping this for the palming method of card to wallet, if that's different with the Into wallet and you've got experience of that, please let me know in the comments section below, because I'd be interested in getting the Into wallet. There's also something else that I've been looking at the moment, the Apex wallet, and that has an extra function of a function like a quiver, and that in a wallet. I really like the idea of that. So if you think that I should get the Apex wallet or the Into wallet to replace my TCC Edge wallet, then again let me know in the comments below, and if I get one of those, then I will do a review of that as well. So that is my review of these three wallets. If that's helped you in any way decide what type of wallet that you want to get, again, I don't have the jack of all trade wallets, Swiss Army knife wallets, and I'm not going to have those in the future, so I'm not going to do those. But if there's a wallet that you think would fit the requirements that I have, say with the Hip Pocket Bombshell, or something that is like the Hip Pocket Mullica but that's smaller, that is more like a Hip Pocket wallet, or I should get the Apex or the Into, please comment below with your ideas on what wallets you think I should get in the future to add to my collection, and that you would like me to review and compare as well. In the meantime, if you haven't checked out the routines that I've done with each of these, check out those links in the description below, and thank you for watching this video.